Attention viewers, things stated in this video by Elle Bee and Sugar Bear are their own opinions based off their own experience and our research. Please do your own research to draw your own conclusion. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I have something really exciting that we're going to do today. I'm going to be talking to Sugar Bear. You guys know Sugar Bear from Mama June, Not to Hot, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, Tyler's and Tiara's. He is the father of the one and only Honey Boo Boo, Alana Thompson. He is also the ex-husband of Mama June. I've recently been speaking with him about some of the things that's going on in his life, and he wanted to give me an interview just to kind of catch me up on how his life has been going, what things have been like for him on the outside of this, signing over rights to his daughter Alana, to Pumpkin and Josh, his relationship with Jennifer, where they are today, and what things are like today for him and Alana. So let's go ahead, let's talk to Sugar Bear. Hey Sugar Bear, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm fine.
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be talking to you. I feel like it's been a minute since you've given an interview, right?
It's been a little while. Sometime, I'm gonna say, sometime around this time last year.
Okay. So how has things been going for you? Because we are in the new season of Mama June Family Crisis, and we haven't seen you yet. Did you film for the new season at all?
No, I haven't filmed none for the next season, and I kind of wish I could.
How does that normally work? Do they normally call you or and say, "Hey, we want to set you up to film," or how does that work?
Yes, they normally call me and ask me if I got time to film this such time and date, and normally when they do, I say, yeah, let's do it, and but I haven't heard nothing.
Right. Okay. So, how has things been going in your life since we seen you last? Because when we did see you last on last season, things were you and Alana, y'all's relationship was kind of struggling. You and Jennifer, y'all's relationship was kind of struggling. I think on the show, had y'all already separated?
Yeah, I think we already separated. As of right now, me and Jennifer do talk as friends. I mean, we're friends, trying to work through it.
Y'all just realized that y'all weren't compatible anymore and amicably split up? Or was there anything behind that that you want to talk about or no?
Well, we split up. Somebody actually set me up. She thought I was texting other folks, which I wasn't. I love Jennifer, but right now we're friends. It's gonna stay that way.
That's good.
I have all the issues that I'm dealing with too, and just that's the way it was. And like I say, we're still friends, and all I know, we're talking.
Jennifer on the show was kind of known as like the mean girl on the show. Is that really who she is in real life, or was that kind of set up to make her seem that way? Was it played up, or was she really that type in real life?
No, it was set up to make her look like me. In real life, she's really not mean. Yes, anybody can be mean. You got parents and folks that do have mean streaks, but you
Right.
know, like the show portrays.
Right. I don't know if you can say this or not, but we are finding out, honestly, in the past like year, I have found out that a lot about the show is staged. The house that they live in, a lot of the things, their storylines, a lot of those are staged. So would you say a lot of the mean scenes between, say, Mama June and Jennifer were staged? Like they set that up to have did Mama June and Pumpkin and Jennifer get along better in real life than they did on the show?
A lot of that show is staged. They kind of tell you what to say. In real life, Mama June, Jennifer, and Pumpkin, um, they did talk and kind of acted as friends, but I don't think it, really got into a friendship.
Right. Okay. I did see where someone I actually read this today that Pumpkin actually still follows Jennifer like on social media. So that made me wonder, well, I wonder if they actually were friendly on friendly terms. Because on the show they were not. On the show, it was like they couldn't stand each other. It was like, Jennifer was really pushing for you to try to get custody of Alana. at one point. That didn't seem to go over well with Pumpkin. Did that really happen? Was Jennifer trying to push you to get custody of Alana?
She wasn't really trying to push. Like I say, that was part of the show, and it was staged. She did say, we needed to try to get custody of Alana and keep her safe, which, I really tried to, but no, Jennifer didn't push me on it because, a lot of that was me trying to get it done, but it just didn't go that way.
When Mama June kind of went off the deep end, struggling with her addiction, and they took off and she got arrested and all that happened. You as the father, you could have stepped in and you could have said she could come with me. But at the end of the day, Alana was already, I think, 15 years old or something. She was old enough to make her own mind up. I think in most states, if you're 13 years old, you can kind of decide where you want to go. And if she would have decided Pumpkins either way, she would have got to go with Pumpkin. So I don't know how much you really could have, done with that. But I did notice on the show, it seemed like that Jennifer was pushing for y'all to get along, and there was people on social media saying, "Oh, Jennifer only wants Alana because she's Honey Boo Boo and the check that will come with it." Do you think that would be accurate in saying that? For the people that said that, are you like, no, not at all? It was nothing like that.
No, it wasn't nothing like that. She didn't want Alana because she was Honey Boo Boo. She was trying to be a good stepmom to Alana, and even though it wasn't because a check would have been coming neither, because at the end of the day, I don't care about money. Alana is my daughter, and that's what I care about.
Right, which is the way that it should be. I did see after you and Jennifer got a divorce that you were dating again and you did have a girlfriend. What's the status with that right now? Or do you want to talk about that or tell us, what's your dating life like right now?
Well, I did have a girlfriend. But right now we're separated. She's still in Tennessee. I'm back in Georgia with a friend. I said something that shouldn't have been said, and therefore, she broke it off. Broke my heart. Sent me back to Georgia, and we're talking. We're trying to talk as friends. I'm hurt. Um, my heart's broke, and I'm trying to be friends with her, but right now it's kind of hard because I still love her and still got a crush on her, but I don't think we're gonna make that back up. And like I say, maybe we'll come out friends like me and Jennifer.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing that you can hope for. If think that maybe you can't get back together, if you can be friends, I guess that's the next best thing. This girlfriend, she never got to be on the show, and not a lot of the public know her. I knew because I follow you on social media, and I seen who she was or whatever. She seemed like a nice girl, but she never got to be on the show. Did she want to be on the show, or was that something that y'all discussed? If the show would have called, did she say, "Yeah, I'll be on the show with you if they call," or "No, I don't wanna be"?
Yeah, she was a nice girl. She's loving, caring. We did talk about if the show did call, would she want to be on it? She said yes, she would be on it, but as far as her son, we didn't want him nowhere near it. And
Right.
but the show did call us, and I mean, I don't know if the show's gonna ever call me back or not, but you know, they didn't call for ask for me or her, but if it would have come down to it, she would have done it.
Right. Well, that was good because if somebody's gonna be a part of your life, it only makes sense that they would be a part of it, but I can understand her not wanting her son on it to protect him because once you go on TV, the world can be cruel. I would wanna protect my kid from that as well.
Yeah, because like I said, once you start filming on a TV reality show, the world get cool.
Right, absolutely. So, Alana never met your girlfriend?
Alana never met her because I was trying to talk to Alana. We did, me and her did talk about them meeting, but Alana felt that she didn't want to meet her right then, which is understandable. So they never did get to meet. As for me and Alana, I haven't talked to her. I haven't seen her. She won't. I sent a text. She won't answer back. And I heard recently that that she's blaming me for it, which I've got text saved it. Well, I've tried to reach out to her, but she won't. responding. That's what I do.
That's really sad. I know I catch them on TikTok a lot, and I did catch them on TikTok a while back where they were talking about Draylen's arrest, and someone said something about Sugar Bear, like, "Well, what does Sugar Bear think about Draylen's arrest?" And they said something about like, "Oh, we're not going to bring up Sugar Bear. We're not talking about Sugar Bear." And it led me to kind of believe that maybe you guys weren't talking or y'all hadn't talked.
We have it. I did hear about that, and I know that she was in the car with him. And I know for a fact that actually used the pit maneuver to stop the car, which that's a very dangerous move. I don't understand why he didn't just stop and say, "Hey, I give up. You got me. Let's go get it over with and get it taken care of." But it didn't go down that way. But there's nothing really that I can do about it. I have also heard through friends and social media that I've been checking up on that Pumpkin and all this been bad mouthing me, saying I wasn't a good father and saying that I was mean to him and did a lot of nasty things to him, which
Like what a lot of people didn't see on the actual show was a lot of abuse physically from Sugar Bear.
like at one time there was a key incident where they said I threw the keys on person and hit Pumpkin in the eye, which that was totally an accident. She come in the front door, wanted the keys, and unlocked the truck, so I didn't think common sense. I tossed the keys, and she didn't catch them and they hit her in the eye.
Yes, she did say that. So Pumpkin did an interview with Bunny. I think they call her Bunny. She has a podcast. She also has a YouTube channel. And Pumpkin did say on there that you and June like didn't really raise them right. That June allowed her to, hang out with older people and didn't really make her go to school. And she said that you were basically abusive. She did say that you threw keys that hit her in the face and it stabbed her in the eye and it like tore something in her eye. And she did say it in the terms of like it was on purpose. So you're saying that was an accident.
Again, that was an accident. Her, Jessica, Pumpkin, Alana, all them girls, I was never abusive to them. I tried to be to Pumpkin and them. I tried to be the best stepdad I could. June didn't see it that way because she let them do it how they wanted.
What is grounded?
There's no more TV.
Oh, God.
Friends can't come over. You can't go to their house. No phones. You're grounded.
I really didn't like the idea of being grounded, and I didn't like it more when I knew what it was.
I'm dad. Y'all the kids. You do what I say.
Mama really didn't care, but Sugar cares more. He wants to go all the way back to his age. No one cares about his age. Hey, you are 42. That was like a long time ago you got punished. No one else gets punished around here. We don't get punished.
But now, Alana, she is my real daughter, and I tried to be the best father to her I could. And, with June in the way, you can't do nothing. As far as the key incident, that was a total accident.
Well, she said the production was there when that happened because the lady asked her, well, hold on, like when production was there, they didn't catch on to the fact that he was abusive. And she said, oh, production was there when it happened and didn't say anything.
You can go back and see who was on production, on that production staff. You can ask them. They will tell you, I never abused none of them young, none of them kids.
They had some really good souls taking care of them along the way, too, before things changed from TLC
definitely.
to WeTV. There was a lot of good people standing behind them.
There was a lot of good
Brian
people.
Definitely. One of them, the cameraman.
Definitely.
Aww. When you got with June, do you remember how old, like, Anna, Jessica, and Pumpkin were, or round about how old they were?
Not right off the top of my head when I got with June. They was young.
Okay. So you stepped in and you were dad to them, right? Because their dads, they're not really around, right? Like, from my understanding, do they all three know who their dads are? Because I do remember that Pumpkin was of the understanding that Mark was her dad, and she found out sometime later that Mark was not her dad.
As far as I know, them three, they do know who their dads is. I took care of them from day one when I met June, and because the first time I met her, and she didn't say nothing about kids. And when I actually met her face to face, we got talking, and I found out she had 3 kids. But I love kids, and from day one, I stepped in and tried to be a good stepdad, and I took care of them, put them on my wing for years, and fed them, put clothes on their back, and took care of them like their real father really didn't want to do.
Right. What is that like now for you to hear Pumpkin say that you abused her, knowing that you did take care of her all them years when her dad wasn't around? You did the best that you could do, and to hear that she has said that publicly to the world that you abused her, how does that feel for you?
That kind of broke my heart, and it hurt like crazy because her real dad didn't take care of her, and I stepped in and took care of her, did everything for her, and to hear her say something like that I abused her, it's total crap, and excuse my language, it hurt like hell.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, I would imagine so. I would definitely have to. I could see why it would hurt. Now, you had a makeover done recently, right? Or it was a few months back. You had a makeover done.
Yeah, I had a makeover done. I got my hair done, and after my hair, I went there and got my teeth done, which I've got to go get fixed because I can't wear them now because they're out of adjustment. But other than that, and they made me look younger and made me totally different.
I saw that. I was keeping up with that. So Gina, who manages basically the whole family except Mama June, do you have a manager or no?
Gina had stepped in. I don't know if she was actually what I would call my manager or not, but she did help out a lot.
Okay, so Gene is the one that set up you having your makeover, right?
Yeah.
And didn't you do a makeover at the same time as former Lakers star and former husband to Khloe Kardashian, Lamar Odom? Didn't he go at the same time?
Yes, man. Me and Lamar went at the same time. I met Lamar. He seems like an awesome guy, and he's like 10 foot taller than me, but he seems like an awesome guy, and I talked to him for a few times.
Now, when I saw the photos of that, I thought they were getting ready to do some sort of reality show, like maybe a makeover show that you and Lamar would both be on. But did they film that at all? The makeover?
They filmed some of it. I don't remember exactly how much they filmed, but I know some of it was.
But so far, they've not used that.
So far, they haven't used nothing.
Well, maybe they'll figure out some way to incorporate it into the show or do something with it because I that's interesting to see. I know I was keeping up with it, the before and after photos. You look 20 years younger.
I did.
Yes. It was crazy to see. You look, 20 years younger. Now I do have to bring up the fact that some people, and when I say some people, myself included, Mama June has gotten married again.
That is what I have heard.
Yes, and the guy looks a lot like you.
I haven't never seen it, but I've had people ask me and tell me that, hey, y'all look just alike, but I haven't never seen it. I ain't even seen a picture of it.
Wow, that's interesting because when Pumpkin and Jessica first met this guy, his name is Justin, and I have to say, I watch him on the show. I actually watched him on TikTok earlier. He seems super nice. He's very humble. He appreciates anybody that watches him, that subscribes to his TikTok. He was very, very nice. But the first time that Jessica and Pumpkin met him, Pumpkin said he looks just like Sugar Bear, and I thought it was really funny because he does. He looks like he could be your younger brother or something. It's pretty wild. So I think it's safe to say though that Mama June has a type.
That is wild.
It's safe to say that Mama June has a type, which is okay. A lot of people do have a type.
Yeah, maybe she wants Sugar Bear. I don't know.
Would that be something you would ever reconsider? Say Mama June ended up single somehow and you were single. Would that ever be something that you would consider, jumping back in that boat and getting back with Mama June?